gym, but it's all.
Ah, okay. Did you go to the gym yesterday?
Yes.
Ah,
Uh, the 3 last days before yesterday
uh-huh.
uh, was, ¿cómo se dice cuarentena? ¿Cómo se dice? Como que estuvimos encerrados mucho tiempo.
Confinement. Confinement, o
Yes.
puedes decirlo también lockdown. Lockdown. Lockdown.
Lockdown.
Ah, okay, okay. Ah, so it was in your city, so it was mandatory.
Mm, así es. Yes, that's right.
Ah, okay, okay. So you couldn't go out from your home to do anything, yes?
No, I just go out of my home when I go to gym, but the rest of the time I stay in my home.
Ah, okay. Of course, I understand. Yes. Ah, okay. At least, Daniel, you could, yes, make some exercise and work on yourself. So that is good.
Yes, yes.
Ah, super. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's very good for your health.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Sandra, hello, welcome. How are you?
Morning. I'm pretty good. What about you?
Very good, very good. Thank you. I missed you a lot the last class.
I
Tell
see you
me.
too. Well, actually, you look so wonderful today. I love your eyeliner.
Ah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I did myself.
But looks so good, actually. Good
Thank
job.
you. Thank you so much. And tell me, Sandra, what did you do this weekend?
Uh, well, we are not allowed to go before 6 p.m. So, well, I start teaching English to children and I'm teaching them on Saturday, and it was a good. So, my student lives so close to my uncle's house, so I spend all the weekend with them and I play a little bit or parties and dominoes with them and have a time with my cousins and that's all. But I spend time in a hostel like everybody.
Ah, okay, but very good because also you are sharing your knowledge with kids, so that is very good, very nice, super,
Yeah,
super.
it's so challenging. I never thought that could be so difficult. And it's so, oh my gosh. Sometimes I feel a little bit worried or a little bit scary, but well, I'm so fortunate to have this girl because they are so cute, polite, and they are really interesting to learn English. So that is so good.
Ah, of course, yes, because you know that the motivation is one of the first and most important things that we have to have to learn English.
Yeah.
So,
And
okay.
absolutely, I have a lot of guys who really help me to prepare the classes that I'm not blind into it. So
Ah, super, super. And how old are the kids? How old are them?
they are 9 or 8 years old, I think so.
Ah, okay, okay. And how is their behaviors? Are they
Oh well,
very?
their mothers are so close to my family, but actually I grew up in this neighbor, so they really know me for a long time. So I met this girl before, and I obviously play or take care of them before. So they are so close to me, so it's easily to me to understand when they are sad, when they are happy. But generally, they are so good girls. They aren't spoiled or something like that. They are so calm, and it's good for me because I'm not too much patient, to be honest. But I'm trying. I'm trying to handle it.
Yes, of course, because in this profession we need we need that.
Yes,
Yes.
a lot. And moreover, that all of my family are teachers. So, well, I can be the different family, you know?
Of course, no, yes, you have to follow the tradition of your family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I think the last class that you were here, Sandra, I think we were also with Daniel, but I thought that you already know each other, but I think you don't know each other, or yes, with Daniel.
I guess we will work together when we talk about Friends, the series.
Uh-huh,
But I
yes.
don't remember if it is the same guy.
Yes, it's him. So sorry because that day I forgot to introduce you. Yes, so yes, you have a new partner. Daniel, sorry. Daniel, could you please make a little introduction about yourself to Sandra, please? Just something quick.
Um, Studios. I like, mm, I don't know, the video games, the food, and go to gym. It's all. I think I'm not very extrovertido. Chinga.
Okay, okay. So you're introvert. Uh-huh. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Daniel. Okay, how old are you? Could you remember me, please?
Uh, 18 years old.
19. Okay. From where are you?
I'm from Medellin, but actually I live in Santa Marta.
Mm-hmm. You live in Santa Marta. Okay, thank you, Daniel. And Sandra, could you please make a little introduction to
Sure,
Daniel?
nice to meet you, Daniel. I'm Sandra Catalina Roa. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Pereira, but I live in Dos Quebradas, which is a town too close to Pereira. Well, about me, I'm really into sport too. I used to be athlete, but now I'm work out at the gym as you. And also I really into series. My favorite genre is anime. I really into that kind of stuff. About music, fan of jazz, pop, and a little bit of 70s and 80s rock. And well, and in the bachelor degrees of English, as I suppose you are too. So nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you, Sandra. Thank you for this introduction. So the idea is that you also, yes, know each other because you are partners. Okay, so now I think we can start with the topic that we have for today. So for today, the topic is called For the First Time. For the first time. That is the name of our topic for today. What do you think, Mr. Daniel, is for the first time? What does it mean, Mr. Daniel?
Lo siento. La primera vez,
Ujú,
por primera vez.
por primera vez, for the first time, yes. So, as for example, when when we born, we don't know, we don't know to do anything, but we start to do things for the first time, no? The first time that we ride a bike, for example, the first time that we, I don't know, we uh, like watch our favorite series the first time that we travel abroad, for example. So we are going to talk about that. We are going to talk about our first times, but topics that we can talk in this class. Not very personal topics.
Obviously.
Yes. The first times that, yes, normal topics. And of course, the first time for very important events, no, that are important for us, for the world, no, like for example, the first time that a man goes to the moon, for example. So, talking about that, Sandra, do you know when the first person walked on the moon?
I'm not pretty sure the exactly a year. I suppose was so close to 80s. 80s. I suppose it was 80s because I remember my mom and my uncle were so young. I suppose it was in the middle of the 80s.
80s?
1985, 1986 or 7, something like that.
Okay, like 1990 maybe, 1997. Okay, okay, let's see. And maybe do you know the name of the this man who went to the moon?
No, actually, but I remember that he was so modest because he said in an interview that the result that he was the first man at the moon was the result of a group of a good job in team. But this everything that I know about the topic.
Okay, super. But you got it. The most important, no, to work like a group, no. That is very important to get and to reach our goals. Okay, Mr. Daniel, for you, do you know when the first person walked on the moon?
I think it was in 1993, 93, I think. Nine,
1990, 92,
three, three, three.
93, 1993. Okay, and do you know maybe the name of the man who went to the moon?
The two, I don't know.
Tell
I
me.
think about it. I don't know his name.
Okay, okay. So don't worry. We are going to, okay, later, we are going to listen a recording with some very important events and the first time that those events happened. So we are going to have our answer and we are going to see if we were close or very far of the real year, okay? So also the idea with this topic is to practice the past simple. No, so the idea is to practice also the past simple because normally, of course, are things that already happened in the past. No? So the idea is to practice the past simple with this lesson. So it is will be the good opportunity for resolve doubts that we can have about this topic. Okay, guys. So before to listen this recording, we are going to just clarify some previous knowledge. We are going to check some of the vocabulary that you are going to find there in this recording. So these are some of the words of the nouns that you are going to find there. So I'm going to explain you one by one faster, and after we can start to do this activity to join the correct noun with the correct description. Okay, so let's start with a battle. So a battle is, for example, when we have two bands that are enemies. So they are fighting. No, they are fighting because they are not agree with something. So in that moment when they fight, that is a battle. Okay. The second word, an invent is, for example, when something is created for the first time. Okay, like for the first time that someone create or made a TV. No, so the person who invented. Okay, that is invent. Attire is, for example, something that is used by cars, by bicycles, and it helps to move from one place to other. Okay, like in the picture.
It's like a wheel, right?
But yeah, it's similar but has a different. And the difference is that this attire is used is make it with rubber, with rubber. Rubber is goma, no, con goma.
Oh, got it, got it.
Uh-huh, exactly. So that is the difference. And the wheel is the other part, no, es la rueda. Okay. And reach, for example, when you want to get something, so it's like a synonym. So I want to reach something, a synonym of get something. An engine is like the heart of a car, the heart of an airplane, no, because it's what gives the force to go, no, is an engine, like this picture here, an engine. Okay. And we have an explorer. An explorer is a person who like to discover new things, or new places. So an explorer. A mile. A mile is a way that is used in United States and in England, for example, to size. Okay. Okay, guys. So now that I have give you like a general explanation about these nouns, we can start, okay, to join. So let's start, Mr. Daniel, a battle.
Okay.
Okay, okay, very good. Could you read, please, the complete answer?
A barrel. A fight between soldiers.
Soldiers, very well. Could you give me an example of a like very important battle that we have had?
La Guerra Fría, ¿cómo se llama? The Cold War.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Cold War. Uh-huh. Very good. Yes. Thank you, Daniel. And an invent, Sandra.
G to create something that wasn't made before.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Give me an example of that, please.
For example, let me see, let me think. The computer.
Mm-hmm. A computer. Yes. Do you know maybe the year of that something was invented for the first time?
No idea.
No, for the years it's difficult, no? For me, it's difficult to learn the years.
Yeah, for me too.
Yeah. Okay, Sandra, thank you. Attire, Mr. Daniel.
A tunnel. A rubber ring that goes on the outside of a wheel. G.
Perfect. Yes, very good. Give me some examples of things that use attire.
Um, a motorbike, a bike, a car, a plane.
Yes, a plane also. Yes, have some small. Yeah, perfect. Very good. Thank you,
I got
Dan.
a doubt about it. It's like, for example, when we call it in Spanish pneumático or something like that.
Yes, exactly. Is that one
Okay,
pneumatic?
got it.
Exactly. Very good. Very good, Sandra. And could you help me, please, with the number 4, Rish?
Sure. Guess I don't know. As with meal,
Uh,
age.
um, no, no. Remember, it's like how to get something. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
the synonym of get something. For example, if I say, "How can I get there?" So it's like the synonym of get there.
Could be G F. Sorry, to arrive at a place.
Yeah, very good. Perfect. To arrive at a place, at that place, at a place. Yes. Perfect.
But it just was yeah, but it just you said uh, about when we could move to another places. It's just about how we how we move, yeah, from this place to another one.
Uh-huh. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Very good. And number five, an engine. An engine, Mr. Daniel.
D. A machine that uses energy to move something. Example, a car.
Perfect. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Manuel. Daniel. Daniel, do you know a lot about engines? Do you know about cars and those things?
And I don't know about cars or engines. I just know how to ride a bike. It's all.
Okay. 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 Yes, because I don't know. There are some people who knows a lot of brands from cars, and oh no, this is a good engine. This is not a good engine. This engine use petrol. This one use DSL, for example. And I am like, "Oop, I don't know anything."
That's right.
Yeah. And for you, Sandra, do you know something about engines and cars, brands, and those things?
Well, I'm really into eco-friendly stuff, so I try to learn about it. But in general, I try to memorize the common brands of the Colombian cars or the model that is so common. But about, for example, the wheels and another stuff, I don't have idea. I don't really care.
Yes, 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 yes. I don't know. There are, I think maybe it's people who really loves, yes,
Cars
cars.
or
Yes,
motorcycle, yeah.
yes, and they know a lot of things about that. Yeah. Okay. So we are in the same in the same way. Okay. Okay. An explorer. Sandra, an explorer.
An explorer is he a person who travels to places to find out what is there.
What is there? Perfect. Do you know maybe the name of or an example? Could you give me an example of an explorer, a famous explorer?
I have in mind the girl who is so famous because she has been working about monkeys and she lives with some monkeys on in Africa, but I don't remember the name of her.
Ah,
She's so
yeah.
famous, but I can't remember her name.
About she, there is a chapter of in the Simpsons series.
I don't guess so. I let me check and I give
I
you the
think
name.
so. I think so. I think so. That she was working with monkeys like for a long time, very long time. Yes, for many years.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes, I think the Simpsons they did a chapter about her. Do you know? You know they make chapters about a lot of things. Yeah.
They have the talent to to see, yeah, to produce the stuff.
Uh huh.
Janet Janet Hulbert, I guess is the name.
Ah,
Janet
okay.
Hulbert.
Hubert. Yes, so she will be an example. Yes, a very good example of an explorer, because she went to where? To Africa or where?
Yeah, in Africa.
Uh-huh. So she went to Africa to explore and to discover, yes, the life of monkeys, how was it, and all about monkeys, I think. That is a very good example. And we have the last one, a mile. Mr. Daniel, we have two options. Which is the correct one?
Well, a unit used in the US and is equal to one, ¿cómo sería punto en inglés?
Dot or point? 1 point.
1.6.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yes, it's a unit. Uh-huh. UK and US. Perfect. Uh-huh. Very good. Okay. So in this case, we have finished. Very good. Very good. So The idea is to keep in your mind all this vocabulary because, as I told you, we are going to listen a recording and we are going to listen all this vocabulary. Before,
Music.
tell me,
¿Qué significa rich?
reach, como alcanzar, como
Mm,
llegar.
entiendo.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, Daniel, and Sandra, we are going to we are talking about past and we are going to talk about past events. The idea is to have clear past simple. Okay, so I'm going to give a very quick reminder because I think you already have this information just to to reactive your previous knowledge or also to clarify doubts maybe if you have. Okay, so this will be the opportunity. So let's start. So this is the past simple. So when should I use past simple? That is the first question. Daniel, please, could you read the first sentence here, please?
Talk about something once in the past.
Once in the past, yes. To talk about something that happened once in the past. So, for example, something that you have done just one time. For example, I got married. So I got instead of said I get. So I got married when I was 25 years, for example. So it was just one time, just one time. For example, I met my wife in 1983. No, because is still your wife. So I met my wife in 1983. We went to Spain for our holidays. They got home very late last night. Can you give me other example, Sandra?
For example, I graduated from high school in 2017.
Uh-huh, perfect. Yes, was something that just happened one time. Yes, very good. Daniel, could you give me one example, please?
Um, a ver,
For example, I don't know that when you, I don't know, went to a place that you haven't come back, un lugar al que no hayas vuelto, solamente fuiste una vez, por ejemplo.
ninguno, la
Ninguno.
verdad. Ah,
So you have been in confinement since all your life.
es difícil, es difícil. I met my grandmother in the 2010, 2010 creo.
In
¿Así está bien?
2010. Uh-huh.
2010,
2000.
2010. I met my grandmother,
Oh, okay.
but
But what? Sorry?
no, ya, es eso.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Thank you. Very good. Yes, it's a good example. Very good. Thank you, Daniel. Also, we have, please, Daniel, could you read this one here, please?
Talk about something that happened several times in the past.
Thank you. Yes. So also, if those things happen like several times, we can also use past simple. Entonces, si además también esas cosas ocurrieron no solo una vez, sino que fue durante un periodo de tiempo, también we can use past simple. For example, when I was a boy, I walked a mile to school every day. Or I can say, when I was a child, I used to play with my friends outside of my house every night. So I used with past simple. Or for example, we swam a lot while we were on holiday, ¿cierto? Entonces nadamos demasiado mientras que estábamos de vacaciones. They always enjoyed visiting their friends, ¿cierto? Disfrutaban siempre, siempre están visitando sus amigos. Do you have an example, Sandra, that could you share with us?
For example, when I was a child, I was an athlete, so I didn't have the no time to do another stuff different to work it out 5 days a week.
Uh-huh. Wow, super. So that was a very hard work. Good. Okay. Very good example. Good. Daniel, an example. You can use this one, the first one. When I was a boy, I
I walked a mile to school.
uh-huh. And in your case, for example, when you
That's
were
right.
a child,
The first example is like the relative, really.
tell me.
The first example, it's exactly like my case.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. It's a huge coincidence. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Sandra, could you read this one here?
Sure, something that was true for some time in the past.
Mhm. Thank you, Sandra. Yes, so in this case, for example, I lived abroad for 10 years. So in that period of time, that person lived abroad. He enjoyed being a student. So a student is something that happened during a period of time. No, she played a lot of tennis when she was younger. Yes, and so that is also something that this person she practiced tennis like every day, but that was in the past. So it was in a period of time. So we use also the past simple. So, for example, yes, I used to practice soccer when I was a child. I used to practice soccer, for example, or I practiced soccer when I was a child. I can say that. For you, Sandra,
I was yoga for 7 years.
mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. And for you, Daniel,
What about me?
an example, maybe.
I trying to think.
Okay.
10%. The truth, I hate my when I being a student. When I
You
begin like a student, I hate it. The first 2 years in my old
okay?
school.
Okay, so I hated when I was a student. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, why?
Me
Why,
too.
Daniel? Oh my God.
All right.
Why? Tell me.
First, my partners.
Uh-huh.
Two, a teacher, a horrible teacher. Asquerosa la señora, la verdad, aquí. Eh,
Okay, okay. And your partners, what happened with your partners? How were they?
bullying, right? That was bullying for 2 years.
Oh my God, that is awful. And oh my God, that is very
Uh,
awful.
that's not all the case. I take a share and I, ¿cómo diría lanzársela a alguien?
Oh,
I,
throat, throat.
I throw a share to that guy. So
You
he's
revenge
proud of
yourself.
that.
Good job.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah,
This is like for a film.
yeah.
Oh my God.
But
And at the end,
fantastic.
and in which part did you hit him?
The arm, the leg, and his stomach.
My goodness. Okay, Sandra, be careful with Daniel.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Come
Daniel,
on.
you're a very good guy. We are friends.
Yeah, please.
Peace
A
and
loving
love.
woman. And a
You think
delicate
sharp?
woman.
Daniel. And to the teacher, what did you do to the teacher? Oh my God.
I go with the director. I have
Okay.
an expulsion,
Okay.
and I have to pay the share.
Ah, okay. So, oh my goodness. So it was something. Okay, something hard. Okay. My God. Can you give me a good example? Thank you, Daniel.
Oh
And
my
for
goodness.
yeah, and for you, Sandra, tell me why
Oh
it
my
was
God, it was
terrible.
completely the positive. I loved with my whole heart my teacher because I always be the person who was so close to them. Well, actually, some of my good friends are teachers. So I really hate my classmates because they are so stupid to me and say, well, teenagers are teenagers. So I really hate my classmate because I'm a leader and I so intense to do the stuff so well. So I had a lot of fight with them. So I really hate my classmate. But then I loved with all of my heart my teacher. Sorry.
Okay, okay. So the problem was more with your classmates. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because I grew up so early, so I not a patient person. So, teenagers are common stupid and well, I didn't have a good character too. So when I have to say something, I say. And at that moment, if I wasn't agree with something, I quickly say, well, you are so wrong. What's wrong with you? What is your fucking problem?
You're so wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's good because in that way, when so people can trust in you because you always are going to say the truth. So if you say, okay, I like it, it's because you really like it.
Yeah, but something that I never did, like obviously Daniel did, I never fight against someone. I never fight, like, I never push someone on his face, on his body. No, no, no.
Never until there, never until
No,
there.
no, no, no.
Okay, okay, that is okay. Yes, one time I don't know, but I just remember because when I was also in the high school, so there was a guy that now he's my best friend, and okay, I imagine I finished the high school long time ago, like 15 years ago, more, no more, in 2003 I finished it, and we are in okay 17 years old. 17 years old, yes, I finished the high school. But this guy, we really we hate each other, yes. And one time he was telling me something, and I was with my group of friends, and he was also with his group of friends, and I just throw it throw it a stone, but I thought that I was going to hit him, and actually yes, the stone the stone hit him, and he went to the director. And but
I
okay, at the
can't believe it. I can't believe it from you, girl.
yes, but I didn't thought that I was going to. Yes, I didn't thought that the stone was going to hit him because I am not very good for that. So I just made like this. I didn't make with the intention, and I was like, oh my god!
Both
And
of you girls are so bad person. I'm better person than you guys. Definitely me.
Sorry. But after we can resolve our issues, and nowadays we are best friends, and we continue talking maybe once a month. He called me, we make video calls and everything. So it was like a big change from hate someone to okay, you are my best friend. So things happen, no?
Yeah.
Yes, even if you
Uh,
throw a stone, that can
yeah,
happen.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So after this break of little memories, let's continue just to finish this part. Remember, so we can have regular and irregular verbs when we made the construction of our sentences in past simple. No. So for example, we have, for example, here some. These are regular or irregular. Mr. Daniel, these verbs here, cold, like, liked. Or Sandra, what do you think? Is that regular or irregular?
Those are regular
Regular, yes, very good. Why? Why are regular?
because you just add ed at the end of the verb.
Perfect. Yes, very good. So, Daniel, in this way, we can recognize if a verb is regular or irregular, talking about past, no? If we find that it finishes in ed, so it's a regular verb. And the irregular ones are the ones that, okay, they they make what they want, no? Ellos hacen lo que quieren, so they have a different way to write in past, a different way in participle, so they goes by their own, but these ones fill a rule. The regular verbs feel they follow a rule. Okay, and we have also this auxiliary here, did or didn't or did not in the long way, ¿no es cierto? To make negative sentences. For example, we didn't get home until very late last night. Or I didn't eat ice cream yesterday. Did you eat? Did you eat? No? For example, no comí helado ayer, tú te lo comiste. For example, normally we have a lot of time reference. For example, yesterday, last night, last week, last year. So this time reference usually goes with simple past because it's in an exactly moment in the past. And also to make questions. So we have, for example, did she play tennis when she was younger? So, okay, we use did at the start of the sentence, as you can see here. Did she play tennis when she was younger? Um, did you travel abroad when you were a child, for example? And just one exception is when the question start with who, with the W question who. So in that case, it's not necessary to use did. No, it's not necessary because it's talking about the subject. So who discovered penicillin? And who hired my pencil, for example? Or who took my keys? ¿Cierto? ¿Quién tomó mis llaves, for example? So in that case, I don't need to use did. I just use who and the verb in the past. Okay? Okay. So, guys, okay, let's see. Let's practice, okay? Vamos a practicar. It's clear? Do you have questions from here?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And Daniel?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, perfect. So let's practice a little bit before to listen the recording, okay? So let's think about things that you have done for the first time, guys. Okay, things that we can talk here. Remember. So I flew, so check here. I flew for the first time Sandra? Okay.
Uh,
Sorry, let
okay.
me explain you the activity. The idea is to okay, to finish, now to complete this sentence with your information, with your current information. So, for example, here I went on holiday for the first time when I was 8 years. I remember I went to Cali with my family. We eat this. We made this. We okay. So things like that. Now, could you please, Sandra? Sorry.
Don't worry. Okay. I flew for the first time when I was 13 years old. I wanted to go with my family to San Andres, and we did it. So I got my first flight in 2014.
Wow, super. Also, it was a very good first time because also you, and was the first time that you met the sea, yes?
No, no, no. The first time that I met the sea was when I was 5 years old, but we made this trip by a road trip.
Ah, okay, okay.
We
Super.
visited, yes, Cartagena or Santa Marta, I think so, but I don't remember.
Okay. Wow, super. Okay, thank you, Sandra. And Mr. Daniel, the number 6. I got a job for the first time.
This year, I got 6 months ago. I got my first job.
Okay, super, super. And tell me, what do you have to do in this job? Or actually, are you working in that or no more?
No more just past half past time, medio tiempo.
Okay. Half time, yes.
Okay, just like that. So I work a little bit, and it's all.
Okay. And what did you have to do in your first
I
job?
work. I work in a store. I just organize the products, the things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, it was a shop of clothes or like groceries.
¿Qué significa groceries?
Como el mercado, mercado,
Ah,
cosas del mercado.
groceries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, super. Well done. And how did you feel in that experience? How did you feel?
Uh, I would say normal. It's not strange. You tell to people, smile to him, and
To them?
you sell out. And no,
Okay.
so you feel like this.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Okay. And Sandra, uh, I went to a wedding for the first time.
I went to a wedding for the first time when I was 4 years old. That was my uncle's wedding.
Okay, okay. 4 years old, and oh my God, you remember? Okay, good. You have good
Yes,
memory.
because I had on mind the picture, but the end, I don't have anything on my mind about it.
Okay, okay. Yes, because it's long time ago. Okay,
Yeah.
4 years. Okay. Thank you. Daniel, please. I cooked for the first time.
I cooked for the first time 2 years ago. I started to cook, and at the time,
Mhm.
so I know how to cook meat, uh, chicken, pig, what's doing flesh, all type of flesh. I I cook
Mhm.
cook it,
Like
a lot of
cook.
things.
Ah, okay, good, good. And like more like meats, yes, like red meat, pork, yes, things like that, like
Yes.
barbecue, like a barbecue.
Not to barbecue, no, I don't know. Once I tried to make it, but my home get a rusk, no, casi sin incendio.
Okay, okay, you almost burned your house. ¿Casi quemas tu casa? No, no creo. I don't think so. Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay. And Sandra, I use a credit card for the first time.
I used a credit card for the first time in 2013, I think so. I bought a dress online with my mama's credit card.
Okay, okay, good. Super. How did you feel? Like
Awesome because I look so good.
super, okay. Super. Yes, and it's amazing when you like have that power to okay, I want to buy it. But after the bill arrives and oh my god, we have to pay this.
Yeah, why did you do?
Oh no, why? Yes, it's like that. Okay, thank you. And Mr. Daniel, I rode a bike for the first time.
Like for the first time when I was 8 years old, maybe. But I remember that day. Oof, it was fantastic and horrible. Okay.
That's honorable. Why?
Fantastic because it's like, well, I know how to ride a bike and I use my bike all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But was horrible because I fail a lot of times. Okay.
Oh no! Oh my God! And did you have security, like protection for, or not? Did you
No,
have?
I
No,
just sit in and go. That's my.
just do it.
Uh-huh.
Just okay, okay. But look, it works. You learn, no? You learn how to ride a bike. Okay, good. Super. Okay, very good. So you have done a very good job here. So that is the idea, no? To use what we learn, no? That is the idea. Not just learn something and leave it aside. No, the idea is to start to implement and to use the things that we are learning in this process. So now is the time for the listening part. Okay, so like I told you before, we have a recording and it's about very important events for us, for the humanity, no, for the world, and the first time that those things happen. No, we have here, for example, the first marathon. Um, we have a man-made paper for the first time. You know the paper, no, the normal paper. A tire with air in it was used for the first time. So when was used for the first time a tire? No. The first flight of a plane with an engine. So when was that? The first flight of a plane with an engine. The first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic. Okay, because normally women has their rights no very long time ago. So the first time that a woman fly alone across the Atlantic is an important event. And the first man to go into space, when was that? And the first man on the moon. So that was the first question that we made at the start of this lesson. We have here some options. So like that is going to be easier, no? We have some options already, and we are going to listen this recording. In this recording, you also are going to listen more events, not just these ones. you are going to listen more. So the idea is try just to get these ones that we have here and find the correct answer. And after, we are going to check. We are going to listen maybe 2 times or 3. It depends if you got it or not. Also, I have the transcript. If you feel that I couldn't understand, we can also put the transcript. Okay. Okay, guys, so I suggest you, as always, take notes, okay? And focus in the years. Focus in the years because these men talk a little fast. So focus in the years. So like that, if you focus in the years with the men, when the men tell us the year, you can try to find the event. Okay, podemos enfocarnos en los años y cuando escuchemos el año, tratamos de encontrar el evento y así de pronto, eso es como un tip. Okay. Entonces vamos a escucharlo. We are going to listen this recording.
Wait, hold on. I take some little notes about it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, move on.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
We can hear it.
No?
No.
Oh
Can
my
you turn on the volume, please?
God. Okay, let me see. Can you listen? Nothing? Nothing?
Nothing at all.
Okay, let me please understand again. Okay, let's try again, okay?
Famous firsts.
Now, yes?
Yes, you got it.
Okay, super. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3.
Famous firsts. The first marathon took place in 490 BC. The story says that a Greek messenger ran from the Battle of Marathon to Athens to say that Greece won. He died shortly after. In 105 AD, a Chinese man, Kai Lun, started the paper-making business. In 1440, the German Johann Gutenberg invented a printing machine. In 1875, Matthew Webb from Britain swam the English Channel in less than 22 hours. John Dunlop invented the first tyre with air in it in 1887. It was used on bicycles and later on cars. In 1903, the Wright brothers flew a plane with an engine for the first time for 12 seconds in North Carolina, USA. In 1911, Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen became the first person to reach the South Pole. American Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic in 1932. She flew from Ireland to Canada in 15 hours. In 1954, Briton Roger Bannister became the first person to run a mile in under 4 minutes, in a time of 3 minutes 59.4 seconds. In 1961, Russian Yuri Gagarin was the first man to travel into space. In 1968, American Jim Hines was the first person to run 100 meters in under 10 seconds, in a time of 9.95 seconds. In 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first men to walk on the moon. Margaret Thatcher became the first female Prime Minister of the UK in 1979.
Okay, guys. How was it this first time?
Too much British.
I suppose you were going to say that. Okay, yes, yes, it is. Okay, let's play it again. Okay, so like that, everything is start to be clearest. Okay, okay. So Daniel, Daniel.
Tell me.
Okay, so we are going to play it a second time. Okay. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Do you prefer I put also the transcript?
Let's try without transcript the second time and then move on to the transcript.
Okay, okay, perfect. Okay, good. So 1, 2, 3.
Famous firsts. The first marathon took place in 490 BC. The story says that a Greek messenger ran from the Battle of Marathon to Athens to say that Greece won. He died shortly after. In 105 AD, a Chinese man, Cai Lun, started the paper-making business. In 1440, the German Johann Gutenberg invented a printing machine. In 1875, Matthew Webb from Britain swam the English Channel in less than 22 hours. John Dunlop invented the first tyre with air in it in 1887. It was used on bicycles and later on cars. In 1903, the Wright brothers flew a plane with an engine for the first time for 12 seconds in North Carolina, USA. In 1911, Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen became the first person to reach the South Pole. American Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic in 1932. She flew from Ireland to Canada in 15 hours. In 1954, Briton Roger Bannister became the first person to run a mile in under 4 minutes, in a time of 3 minutes 59.4 seconds. In 1961, Russian Yuri Gagarin was the first man to travel into space. In 1968, American Jim Hines was the first person to run 100 meters in under 10 seconds, in a time of 9.95 seconds. In 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first men to walk on the moon. Margaret Thatcher became the first female Prime Minister of the UK in 1979.
Okay, okay, guys. So would you like to try to answer like this, or to try to answer and after check the transcript? Or would you prefer to listen again with the transcript right now?
The second one is the best option.
Okay, so let's try without the transcript to see. Okay. So the first one, the first marathon, Mr. Daniel, the first marathon. When was it?
Was in 1961.
1961. Okay. Sandra, tell
Wait,
me.
wait. I think.
I don't know.
Uh,
I made what you said.
no, I trying to memorize all the things, so I make a list into in order in my head. So
Mhm.
that's
Well, in my
so
case, I'm not sure at all the answer. I got 1961 in 6, the first man to go to this fame, and I got for one B 1987, but I'm not pretty sure about it too.
Okay, so for in your case, Sandra, for the first marathon, you said it was
1986, 87, sorry. B.
1887. B. Okay, I'm going to write here, maybe it's better. So
Is
Sandra,
better.
yes, Sandra, you said letter B, okay. And Daniel, you said letter,
E.
okay, and B.
A ver,
Oh,
a ver.
1961, he said.
yes.
Yo sigo creyendo que es la E, la E. No sé por qué razón. I think it's
La,
the,
letter E, okay,
yes, I think.
okay. Let's see. And the second one, a man made paper for the first time, Sandra.
E. 105 AD.
E, okay. So Sandra, okay. This one, yes?
No. A.
Ah,
105, 105 AD.
okay. Okay. And Daniel?
For me,
Um,
it's two.
the same.
The A.
Okay. A.
It's,
Okay, perfect. Okay. Number 3. A tire with air in it was used for the first time.
the B.
Sandra. Okay, Daniel.
6. Me too.
Leather?
B.
B.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Letter B. Okay. Perfect.
Wait, hold on. I put, no.
No?
890 BC. 490 BC. Letter G.
Letter G for Sandra. Okay. Okay, so. Mhm. Okay, we have different. Okay, let's see. Number 4, the first flight of a plane with an engine. Daniel.
The C. The C.
See?
C.
Okay, and Sandra, you?
F. 1969.
69. Okay. And the first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic. Sandra.
D. 1932.
Okay, 1932. And Daniel, please.
The same question. The same asked.
Answer. Okay. Okay. Sandra, please. The first man to go into space.
1961. E.
1961. And Daniel.
I failed, right? In the first.
Tell me.
Um, I fell in the first, I think. Well, maybe. So I have no option. The 88. No, the what is it? 1961. Two.
1961. Okay. And for last, the first man on the moon. Sandra.
F. 1969.
1969. Okay. And Daniel.
For me too.
Okay. Okay. So now we are going to realize with the transcript. Now we are going to check if we were right or not. Okay. So let's see. Here we have all the transcript. Okay. So I'm going to play it again the last time, and after we are going to check how we do. Okay. how we did. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Famous firsts. The first marathon took place in 490 BC. The story says that a Greek messenger ran from the Battle of Marathon to Athens to say that Greece won. He died shortly after. In 105 AD, a Chinese man, Cai Lun, started the paper-making business. In 1440, the German Johann Gutenberg invented a printing machine. In 1875, Matthew Webb from Britain swam the English Channel in less than 22 hours. John Dunlop invented the first tyre with air in it in 1887. It was used on bicycles and later on cars. In 1903, the Wright brothers flew a plane with an engine for the first time for 12 seconds in North Carolina, USA. In 1911, Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen became the first person to reach the South Pole. American Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic in 1932. She flew from Ireland to Canada in 15 hours. In 1954, Briton Roger Bannister became the first person to run a mile in under 4 minutes in a time of 3 minutes 59.4 seconds. In 1961, Russian Yuri Gagarin was the first man to travel into space. In 1968, American Jim Hines was the first person to run 100 meters in under 10 seconds, in a time of 9.95 seconds. In 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first men to walk on the moon. Margaret Thatcher became the first female Prime Minister of the UK in 1979.
Okay, guys. Okay. Is better now with the transcript? Let's check how we did. Let's check how we did. Okay. So the first marathon in 490 BC. 490 BC. To check.
I was wrong.
Okay. Okay. So in this case, it wasn't very good. Let's see for the second one. A man made paper for the first time.
105 AD.
So very good. You were well in this one. Good. So this one was a good one. Let's set this here. Do you know what means AD and BC, guys?
Before Christ.
First
Before
after
Christ. I don't know how to say that.
Before
Before and
Christ.
after Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Yes, very good. Very good. Well done. Okay. Okay, so this one was a good one. I'm going to put, yes, here. Okay. Then number three. A tire with air in it was used for the first time.
1887. Daniel was correct. Was right.
Yeah, 1887. Yeah, very good. Very good. Number 4, the first flight of a plane with an engine. Daniel, are you going to continue with your answer?
It was in 1932.
In 1903, Sandra.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Yes. What happened, maybe you confused because they say 03. They don't say 0 or they say maybe because of that. It could be confused sometimes. Yeah. And number 5, could you read, please, Sandra, the number 5?
Sure. The first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic was in 1932.
Perfect. Very good. Well done. 1932. Very good. And
Amazing.
please, Daniel, could you read the number 6? It's supposed it's this the number 6.
The first man to go into space.
So, are you going to continue with your answer, or are you going to change it?
Uh,
Tell me.
yeah. Stay with my
Oh,
answer.
perfect. Well done. Yes, very good. But you did a very good job. Yes, 1961. And for last, we just have one number. Could you read the last one, please, Sandra?
What did you say, madam? Sorry.
Could you read the last one, please?
Okay, sure. The first man on the moon was in 1962.
1960, 69.
69.
Okay, good. So now we answer here the first question. Do you remember that we did the first question? Do you know when the first person walked on the moon? So now we know. Now we know that it was in and it was Neil Armstrong. Yes, well done, very good. Something that have taken your attention from the recording. Something that have taken your attention, Sandra.
Absolutely, the woman who fly alone by their own across the Atlantic was a girl. It was Amelia. He was an American woman, I suppose to. It was so fascinated.
Yeah, of course. Yes, she was, and she traveled from Ireland to Canada. So it was
Yeah.
a long trip. Yeah, thank you. And Daniel, for you, something that have took your attention from this recording.
Mm, then the first man will walk into moon, and I just put attention in the parts where was interesting for me, like for answer the question. So I remember all that, not the other things.
Oh, okay. But yes, these are like general culture, and is important to know because these events are important for the world, no, for the entire world. Okay, so good. Now, just to finish very quickly, we are going to. Okay, we have checked today past simple. No, we have checked past simple, and we made. You remember we made some quick sentences about things that you did for the first time. No, now what I'm going to ask you is just to write. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. We just have 10 minutes to finish, so I'm going to give you 5 minutes to write three questions to your partner. So you are going to ask to your partner three questions that the idea is that you can use, for example, this question here. When did you first, for example, when did you first play soccer? ¿Cuándo fue la primera vez que jugaste soccer? ¿Cuándo jugaste soccer por primera vez? When did you first play soccer? You can change for other thing, no? For other thing that you want to ask to your partner. And you can, okay, how was it? ¿Cómo fue? ¿Cómo te fue? ¿Cómo estuvo? ¿No? And in order to answer the questions, you can use I first played. Remember to use the past simple of the verb. I first played soccer when I was, okay, 10 years. I remember I was with my friends in the school, okay, whatever. So please write three questions. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. It's just to finish quickly, okay? If you have questions, guys, you can tell me, okay? Do you understand the activity?
Yes.
Yeah,
We
okay.
do.
Okay, perfect. Super. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Okay. Put this in silent so you can concentrate.
Bien. Sandra,
Yes, así.
vamos a ponernos de acuerdo a ver en qué clase de preguntas podemos hacer.
¿Mm?
¿Qué clase de pregunta es la que vamos a hacer? Es decir, más o menos qué es lo
Ah,
que vas a preguntar. Y pues,
sobre cualquier cosa que hayas hecho por primera vez o del pasado, pues todo en ambientes que no pasa en lo íntimo. Puedes preguntar cualquier cosa.
no sé si, pero en plan, más o menos qué es lo que vas a preguntar para tener más o menos una respuesta preparada.
Ah, yo ya te lo paso por el grupo, por el cosa de WhatsApp,
Ah,
de Skype.
ok. A ver, chingón, me falta creatividad. Ok, algo de anime, ¿no? Preguntarle si he visto cosas. Sandra,
Okay, guys, are you ready?
no, no se me ocurre nada para preguntar.
I will send my questions through the chat in Skype.
Okay.
When was the first time that you felt? Mm, nice.
Okay, guys, ready? Also, you can be spontaneous. Pueden también ser espontáneo, también, ¿no? También quieres practicar.
Juliet, can you check my questions if they are correctly grammar structured?
Let's see. Okay. When? Just the N here, when? Yes, good. Sandra, just the N in the first W question that is left. Just that.
Okay,
The rest, very good. Perfect.
thank you.
Creo que ahora sí.
Okay, Daniel, perfect. So let's start. Okay, so Sandra, could you please start with your questions, to make your questions to Mr. Daniel, please?
Sure, okay, Daniel. When was the first time that you failed a test?
The first time when I failed a test was in 60th grade. I
Perfect.
failed
And
for
uh-huh.
just a little points.
What did you say? Could you repeat it please again? Which kind of test
Um,
did you fail? Math,
my,
Spanish,
my
English, I don't know. With subject matter, did you fail the test? Of
okay, I failed my first test when I was in 60th grade for a little bit, but I failed.
and this test was in which subject matter? In math, English, science, history, technology, I don't know. Could you remember? En qué
That was
asignatura?
an matrix test.
Okay, got it. So Juliet.
Okay, thank you. And your second question, how many, yes, your second question, Sandra, please.
Okay, Daniel, when did you graduate from high school?
I graduated from high school in 2019.
Perfect. And the last one. When did you fall in love for someone for the first time?
When I did fall in love for the first time, I just not fell in love. Okay, I have a girlfriend, but I don't love her. Oh my god, I love her. No, I like her. Just it's a different.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Okay. Yes.
He's a peculiar man, right?
That, that, make that sound like I was a horrible person, but
No, I don't get you
No,
wrong, but it's so
no.
peculiar to me.
Never, Mr. Daniel, never. Okay, so thank you, Sandra. Very well, very grammatically is correct. The structure and the pronunciation very well. To Mr. Daniel, remember sixth grade, sixth, no 60, because 60 is 60, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, en
Okay.
sexto, ¿no es cierto? En sixth grade. And try to use what we saw that when I was, trata, because, porque contestaste como me enamoré, digamos que perdí un examen en tal año o en tal grado. Entonces, when I was, trata de usar el when I was, que es la idea con este ejercicio, is the idea. To try to use that to, because it's very common in English, that structure. Okay, but good. And yeah, so now it's your turn, Mr. Daniel. Could you please ask your questions to Sandra?
Okay. When did when did you have your first boyfriend?
Okay, I got my first relationship when I was 15 years old, and we stayed together
Almost
for two
7.
years, almost 2 years. Tell me.
And second questions. When did you have your
When did I have what?
when did you have your first job?
Okay, I got my first job in 2007, in 2016. I was in a middle school. My mom had a friend who had a private event, so I was waitress for almost 6 months, and that was my first job.
Okay. So what was the first thing you bought with that money? That's the two
Okay,
questions I have.
okay, okay. The first, okay. Well, I remember I earned my own money when I was 16, 17 years old, and obviously I spent my first weight in clothes. I'm so really into clothes. I remember I bought a pair of shoes that I was so really, really obsessed to. So it was the first stuff that I spent money in.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Very good. I like also your questions, Mr. Daniel. You used the auxiliary did in the first two questions. That was the idea to try to use the past simple. So very good. Could you repeat, please, the last question, Mr. Daniel?
That was pues nada, pregunta espontánea.
Okay.
Eh, what was se me olvidó, what was you boy with your first bake? I think maybe anything like that.
Okay, so because I think I listen. What was the first thing you buy? So you bought in the past. Que compraste, you bought. Solo eso. Okay, and about the answers, yeah, very good. Well done, Sandra. Yes, you use very good the past simple. So very good. So the idea is also when we continue practice and practice, so we get better and better. It's like when we practice an sport, it's like that. So we get better and better with the practice. So well done. You have done a very good job, guys, today. I'm very happy. And I don't know if you have questions.
And then any.
Okay. Okay. And for you, Daniel?
No, bueno, me recomiendan jarabe para la tos, creo que estoy tosiendo mucho últimamente.
Dime, ¿cómo?
Bien, le iba a decir que no, pero me salió como una tos y entonces le preguntaré entonces un jarabe para la tos que me recomiende. Estoy harto.
¿Para la tos?
Ujú.
Ah, no sé,
Exacto.
toma. Bueno, maracuyá con panela es muy bueno.
Rico.
Sí, en serio. De fruit de la pasión en francés. De fruit de la pasión. Se llama la maracuyá. ¿Sí sabían, chicos? La fruta de la pasión. Así la llaman aquí en Francia.
Or English, the fragrant fruit.
So, eso es muy bueno. That is very good for the cough. So you can use it. You can take it. Sandra, do you have a recommendation uh, to Daniel for that?
Well, it's a good idea. For example, you could should take a little bit of milk with a slice of onion and boil all of them with a little piece of menta, and that's so good for your throat.
Okay. Maybe the taste is not good, but it's good for
No,
you.
no, the taste is good
Yeah.
because for the menta, how to
Uh-huh.
say that?
Okay,
But the
let's.
smell is not good at all, to be
Uh,
honest.
yes, because the onions, I don't know.
Yeah,
Mint.
Okay.
I can't listen. But it is a
Mint.
good one.
Mint.
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 Mint. Okay, so now you got it, Mr. Daniel. Now you have options and you can try your throat. No. Okay. So guys, I don't know if you don't have more questions. So this is all for today, and see you on Thursday. Okay.
Thank you. It was a
Okay.
pleasure to see you again. See ya.
The same for you. See ya. Goodbye.